Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So as we continue the Meet My Friends on the show today, I have the ever so vivacious, the beautiful, I call her a force to be reckoned with, Sassie. How are you doing?
Hi, TK.
And you know what I love about Sassie is her and I, we enjoy our white wine, be it a Chenin Blanc, a Chardonnay, whatever white wine we enjoy. So we are having a manversation or conversation. Manversation is for Eddie. Welcome to my show.
Hi, TK, and thank you so much.
I know you've been waiting for this interview for like a long time. I remember when you saw the first interview, you're like, I want to be. I was like, girl, you're going to be there. So how are you today?
Oh, goodness, the sun. Okay.
Put your sunglasses on,
Yes.
brother. You look good. You look good. And you're like the shoes though. Let's talk about the shoes first. I know I asked you how you are, and I've been called out for being too excited on my shows. But I love your shoes.
Oh, thank you, honey. They're
What
amazing.
inspired these shoes? What actually inspires your style? Because I also feel like I look at you when you walk into the office every day with that big bold bag and your black clothes, and you've got so much power. You're like, poise, character. What inspires your style?
Elegance, comfort and elegance, and self-expression. Really, I am more about just expressing myself fully. In terms, my personality needs to come through in the way I dress. It needs to accentuate my figure. It just needs to make me look good. I need to be comfortable, but also I just need to be like clean, not too out of the box, but just elegance.
So I love the fact how we accentuate your figure. How comfortable are you in your own skin?
Oh, extremely.
And was it easy for you to be comfortable in your own skin? Because I feel like a lot of people aren't comfortable in their own skin. In the conversation with Amuela, I wanted to, you saw me getting my hair done today, But beyond this amazing haircut, I wanted to get that really funky hairstyle with the blue, But for me, I was a bit concerned about what will people think and what will people say, And it took me a while to get to a point where I am okay with who I am. I want to find out what has been your journey for you to find comfort in who you are as a human being.
Look, I've always been seen as a bit of a chubby baby, a bit not overweight per se, but I've always had this big trailing behind me.
And it really is. And sometimes I feel like, now obviously I'm not that kind of guy.
Yeah. But it's always been, I think, family acceptance really. I was raised in a family where my body was never an issue. We're the sort of people who are always comfortable. We carry ourselves in a comfortable manner. I've always been taught, especially I think what I learned from my father is that be yourself, come out fully, always present, put your best foot forward. So it's always been something that I've had. I've never had issues. So that's really it.
I love that. So you've been comfortable in your own shoes, you've been comfortable in your own body. I want to know, from a career perspective, your career trajectory has been, we met I think when I was at NetBank and you were still at Weber.
Yes.
And you're like, I want to be his friend, I want to be his friend.
I mean, for me it was your spirit. You always came through with this toothy smile, this sunshine, this, and I just thought to myself, he is so happy. He is so happy. Happiness has always been a big thing for me. And I always just thought, he is so happy. And I like that. I want that in my space. Because sometimes your job takes you up and down. You're a bit upset. You're a bit, frustrated and whatnot. But you are on the job, smiling. And that for me was always so big. I was like, I need to be in this space. I need to have this person as a part of my life.
Okay. So I love when you say that career, your job can it's got its highs and lows. And I feel like there's been a time when you've hit rock bottom, hospitalized and all. What did you channel to pull yourself out of that, what seemed like a very dark place in your life?
Okay, so I've always known, I think this is going to sound very cliche, but I've always known that there's something bigger out there for me. That's the first thing. I've always known from a very young age that this can't be it. There has to be more. And apart from that, there's always been this drive, keep going, keep doing it. accelerate, and excellence is a big part of who I am. I always feel like what you do, you must do with integrity, you must do with excellence. It must always come out fully. So when you hit rock bottom, when you know, there's a lot of strife and you're saying, maybe I'm not reaching what I want to be reaching, I'm not achieving what I want to be achieving at that particular point in my life. I've always remembered that, but there has to be more. And then enter Grey's Anatomy. I watched it very late in my life. I'm a big fan of the Oprah show. So I'd see Shonda Rhimes being interviewed on the Oprah show, Grey's Anatomy this, Grey's Anatomy that. But I watched it very late. I think it was 3 years back. And seeing those residents on that show for me was, okay, I need to understand that even though you've got your degree now, there's still a lot of strife. There's still a lot of energy that you need to put. So I always handled this as, this is my residency program. Whatever I'm learning right now is definitely going to help me out in the future. So I just took it as a learning curve. I'm like, when I left Weber, I was at a point where I'm saying there has to be more. I need more. I was appreciative of the skills. I was appreciative of the qualifications. And I was appreciative of the fact that I'd risen higher than a few of, you know, my other people who I'd graduated with. But now I was saying to myself, where's this taking me? Where do I need to go? And I said to God, there must be something I need to learn in this place before I leave. And I need you to open my heart and my eyes to see, what do I need to learn? And I've come to realize that the job in itself feeds your soul, and the soul feeds your job. So it's that yin and yang balance that you keep getting. And it's always been about, what am I supposed to learn here? What is this trying to teach me? So that's how I survived. I always kept saying, there's a lesson. There is a lesson in whatever I'm experiencing. Now I need to find out what the lesson is so I can get through it and start facing the next step. So that's how I got through.
Is this approach similar to relationships and dating? Because I'll have you know, like, I feel like I've made a public service announcement that I suck at dating. So I want to know, do you bring this into your relationships?
Sadly,
and I feel like there's been a point in our relationship where our relationship hit rock bottom, you know. I said some stuff, I did some things to you. Not entanglement. Definitely not entanglement.
Yes,
but I feel like there's been a time where you felt like I was not the friend you wanted me to be, you know. And so I want to know, what was that like for you? And then also bring that into some of the people you dated.
Ooh, okay.
So that's a deep conversation.
Yeah,
it's a very
it
deep
is,
conversation.
but I think I can't really put.
Okay, let's start. Let's start first with our relationship. Our friendship blossomed, and then I think it was 2015, 2016, 2017 possibly. We hit rock bottom. You did not recognize me. You did not acknowledge my presence. The sight of me made you want to run.
No, it wasn't that bad.
Well, I do have a flair.
I do
have a flair for the dramatic. I do have a flair for the dramatic, so you have to forgive me. I over exaggerate certain things, but our friendship really was at the pits. You know? What was that like, and what did you feel, and how did you find it in your heart to forgive me?
Okay,
for my
indiscretion.
Indiscretion.
Not with indiscretion. No, that's not the word. I think it's lack of support. For me, from you, at that particular time, what had transpired was I was seeing somebody, and I feel like you had not defended me. I think not to the person, but to me in front of the other person. That was the issue. So I felt like I had come to trust you, and I had come to know you to be someone who's very vocal. But I feel like you had not used that in our friendship for me. And I feel like I had always, this is a thing about me, when it comes to friends and family, I will defend you to the death. That's just who I am, you know. And I think that's what had happened. But I'm also, something that I've learned along the way, and I think that our fallout that we had brought it out very strongly, that I need to express my hurt, and I need to express, you know, my disappointment to my friends, to make sure that we can rebuild if there's something that can still be rebuilt. And I think you came to me actually, and you said to me, look, something's not right and I don't know. And I said, I am very hurt. You did 1, 2, 3, and I felt like you were not present for me as the type of person that I know you to be and as a type of friend that I know you to be. So I do use that a lot, even in my personal relationships, my romantic relationships. But I always come out very strongly, and I'm always told to be overbearing, and so it's always very frustrating. And I think sometimes because I let things boil under, and then I just explode. The chandeliering effect, where it's swinging, and then the chandelier just drops. You know.
I think you just said something very profound, and I'm happy that we got to that point in our friendship and our relationship. But I feel like you've said something very profound when it comes to dating, you know, where I sort of feel like sometimes you have to dim your light, not necessarily compromise, but dim your light
Who you are.
to make the other person feel like they have space or they are good enough in the relationship.
Yeah.
Have you experienced that?
A lot of the time.
Is it?
A lot of the time.
And how do you deal with it?
I think I give the relationship a chance, but I've also not always been comfortable in that aspect of saying, listen, this is who I am. This is what I bring to the table. This is all the magic. This is all the pizzazz. This is all the darkness. But this is who I am. And not in a sense saying take it or leave it, but letting the other person see you for who you really are. I haven't done that well. That's what I've realized. And I haven't given the whole, you need to give time for the friendship to grow first before you actually start getting physical or you start getting emotional and
Physical.
So it's really been a big thing for me. And I'm slowly learning that I first need to accept myself, warts and all. I need to understand that I present as who I am and I'm comfortable with that. But that also I need to give the other person space to present as they are. I also have this thing where I want to tailor make the other person to suit my personality. But I need to realize, and I've come to realize, that it's better to let the other person be. Just let the man be. I think it's a discussion we have with all of my other friends. Cash, I'm like, she's always like, Mosa, just let the man be. But also the man must also allow you to be. And you must meet at a point where you're able to negotiate the terms of the relationship, which is something I think is very lacking. I don't know whether it's in our Sesotho culture or it's in the African context. I think it's very lacking where we don't come to the table as equal partners, trying to negotiate what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and how do we make this work so that it's comfortable and it's amazing for the both of us. So I'm there, I'm getting there, and I'm there. But I've realized that you need to brand the self first, be comfortable with who you are, and then step out into the world and be unapologetic about who you are, because that's how we're able to, attract as well the kind of people who want to be in our lives. I think we're so afraid of being who we are completely that we keep attracting people who think the dim you is what is actually on offer. And then when they get there and then you start showing
your chandeliers, lights, chandelier feathers,
then they're like, whoa, this is not what I signed up for.
Exactly.
So
and
it's
lights, feathers,
yes, feathers as well.
And I feel like every day after our drinking spree, like I mentioned, we have our wine. We love our wines, particularly when I'm hosting, and I hate hosting. But you make hosting so much easier because you come and you cook and I can't cook to save my life. And the other day you're like, how do you not have booster sauce? How do you not have booster? I'm like, do I need to have booster sauce? What am I going to use it for? I eventually went out and I bought it. But for me, post our drinking, particularly with the hangovers, we have what I call the most lit conversations. And
spirit revival.
There's one particular quote or conversation that you make that we always refer back to. Do it. Take it all the way. Take it all the way.
One of my mentors, Oprah,
what does that
Winfrey,
mean for you?
When I was listening to it, Oprah said this at Maya's, I don't know if it was a funeral or the memorial service, when she spoke about all the lessons that Maya Angelou had taught her. And then she said she was in the bathroom crying at some point and, sobbing, and underneath her tears she was saying, Maya, this, that. And then Maya said to her, just say thank you. Say thank you for what you're going through, because this is a lesson in itself. It's teaching you, it's preparing you for the bigger, better you. And then I think she also spoke about, what was it? the fact that she was interviewing for another job where she'd been on a fat farm, and then she got a call, and she was getting a role in The Color Purple. And then when she told Maya about it, I'm not sure if this is actually the movie, but it was a job.
Yeah.
And then she told Maya about it, and Maya said, "My darling girl, do it. Take it all the way." That's how I've always run my life, but I've never had the words to conceptualize it. Put your heart and your spirit in everything that you do. Give it your best shot. If you lose, you lose. But you walk out of there with the lessons, and most importantly, you walk out of there knowing I could not have done better even if I tried. That means this is not for me, but you have the experience and you walk away with it. So that's what it means to me. And I put that with everything that I do, whether it's my hosting, whether it's my being a daughter to my mother, whether it's my being a sister to my sisters, whether it's my being a sister to my friends, being a mother to my friends. Sometimes I mother you guys.
You do mothers.
Yes. But it's with everything, but also very significantly with my job. I try to put my best foot forward. I believe in excellence. I believe that you must show up, you must be your best, you must get it done. And if it's not good enough for somebody else, there's nothing you can do about it. But you rest so easy at night. And you build such a beautiful legacy for yourself. You build such a beautiful life. Because your life is just full of, I've done it, I've tried. Trying is just amazing. It's so important. So that's what that quote means to me. It's literally one of the quotes that light up my life because I carry it with me all the time.
You actually lit up as you were saying it. Like I could actually see you. And I'm like, girl, one phrase, one sentence. I know that is your key takeaway, but one phrase going forward. The rest of 2020 has been a roller coaster ride for many people. One phrase, one word, what 2020 has been for you and what it means for the next 5 months.
Oh goodness, I think another interview, Oprah, Tracy Ellis Ross. Another interview, Michelle Obama, Oprah. It's walk your walk. My life is mine. Those two things I think are the things that I'm working on right now. Just knowing that my life belongs to me. My life is my own. And I need to make it as beautiful as I possibly can. And just walking my walk, because what somebody else does when we go up that mountain, what somebody else does when they're working towards certain goals in their lives is not going to be the same as yours. Pace yourself, do your thing, be comfortable. Take the stops, breathe. So it's my life is mine, walk your walk.
Guys, take it, do it, take it
all the way.
It's been such a pleasure chatting to Sassie. Chocks, I call her that. Fabulous, beautiful, brilliant, powerful. She's a force to be reckoned with. It's been such a pleasure having you on Talks, or not Talks, Meet My Friend series. And I have, I think, about 2, possibly 3 more interviews left with some of my other friends. So please stay tuned. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. Click on the subscribe button, share it with everybody who's not a subscriber. And today we've reached 200 subs. Thank you, Basotho. Thank you, Africa. Thank you, the world. I'm blessed. I'm loved. I am appreciated. Love, peace, money.